Good morning, third grade. Miss Trainor here to show you our math multiplication review for Monday, April 13th, 2020. Alright, so today we're going to review 4 different ways to multiply. So you're going to need a pencil or something else to write with and some paper. Okay, so you can take your paper and you're going to fold it in half like a hamburger. And open it back up, and then you're going to fold it in half again like a hot dog. Okay, so you have a piece of paper that has 4 boxes like this. Okay, and in the middle we're going to draw a circle. Here we go. And we're going to write a multiplication fact. So I'm going to start with the fact 4 times 6. So I'm going to write in the middle 4 times 6. Okay? And you can follow along with me to do this one. And then at the end, you'll have time to make your own. And you can use the back of this paper for a different fact and use a different paper for a different fact as well. Okay, so we have 4 different ways to multiply. Okay, the first way that we can multiply is to use equal groups. Okay, so if I have 4 times 6, I could also read that as 4 groups of 6. So if I'm using equal groups, I want to have 4 equal groups of 6. You probably remember doing this in your classroom. So I'm going to start by drawing 4 groups. You could draw 4 circles, 4 boxes, it's up to you. I usually do circles. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 groups because I have 4 groups of 6. In each group, I'm going to put the number 6. So I'm going to use dots to keep it simple. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so up here I have my 4 equal groups of 6, and now I can count them all up to figure out what 4 times 6 equals. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So up here I have 4 times 6 equals 24. Okay? Another way that I can solve multiplication equations is to use repeated addition. Okay? So 4 times 6 is 4 times the number 6, or I'm adding the number 6 4 times. So I'm going to add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. It's the number 6 4 times. Okay? And when I'm adding these numbers together, I'm going to take my first 2 6s and add them, and that's a doubles fact, so I know that 6 plus 6 equals 12. And I'm going to take these 2 6s and add them, and I know that 6 plus 6 equals 12. This plus sign is still there, so I'm going to bring this down. Now I have 12 plus 12, which is another doubles fact, and I know that that equals 24. Okay? Awesome. So down in my next box, I'm going to do another way of showing multiplication. And down here, I am going to use a number line. Okay, So to do a number line, I need to start by drawing my number line. I'm going to use a ruler because I like when my lines are straight. If I can find my ruler. Here we go. So I'm going to use my ruler to draw a nice straight line, and if you don't have a ruler, that's okay. You can do the best you can, but you could use the edge of a book, or you could even use a pencil to help you draw a straight line, okay? And I'm going to start at 0, and because it's the number 6 4 times, I am going to make 4 jumps on my number line, jumping 6 each time, or counting by 6s. So my first jump of 6 is going to land me at 6 because it's the number 6 1 time. I'm going to put a little 1 in there so I can keep track of how many times I'm jumping. My next jump of 6 is going to be 6 more. So 6 and 6 more is 12. And that's 2 jumps of 6. I'm going to put a little 2 up there. My next jump of 6 is 6 more, and that's going to take me to 18 because 12 and 6 more is 18. I'm going to put a little 3 so I know that's 3 jumps. And my last jump of 6 is going to take me to 24 because 18 and 6 more is 24. And I'm going to put a little 4 there because that shows me that 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps of the number 6 is going to give me 24. Number line is also a great way to show skip counting. Okay, and the last way that I'm going to show multiplication is by using an array. So an array is using rows and columns to show my 4 times 6. When I have a multiplication equation, my rows come first and my columns come second. It's similar to equal groups, but I am arranging my groups into an array. So in the equation 4 times 6, I have 4 rows and 6 columns, or I have 4 rows and 6 in each row. So I'm going to start with my 4 rows, and I like to make my arrays nice and neat so that they are easy to read. So I'm going to do a little array of dots. So this is going to be my first row, my second row, my third row, and my fourth row. Okay, and that's where I get my 4 from, or where I get my rows from is my 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Now I'm going to have 6 in each row. Okay, so this row already has 1, so I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now my first row has 6 in it, and it also shows me that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. Okay, so now I'm going to make my second row have 6 in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to keep going until my array is filled up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is super important to be careful when making an array that you don't do your rows and then add 6 more, because then you would have 4 rows and 7 in each row. You want to make sure you count that first dot in your array as part of the row or column that it's a part of. And this is how you can show multiplication in 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways. Now I'm going to help you get set up on your own, and then you are going to do your own multiplication 4 ways. And then when you're finished, you can take a picture of it and send it to your teacher through Class Dojo to show them how hard you worked. So because I used a marker, the back of my paper is all, like, you can see through it, but you can just use the back of your paper. So you already have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes on the back of your paper. I am going to fold up a new paper. And I used a marker because with the camera it would be hard to record a pencil. I wanted to make sure that I used something that was nice and easy to see. Okay, so you're going to have your 4 boxes on the back, and we're going to set this paper up so that it's getting all blurry on me. Okay, so up top we have our equal groups. Repeated addition. Number line. And array. And my paper from the video will be available for you to look at while you do yours, and there's also pictures of this on Mrs. Ross's Ready Set Ross website. Okay, so now we're going to do a circle in the middle, and now it's your time to do some practice. Okay, so I'm going to write 2 different equations in here. You can pick one to do on this paper to show your teacher. So you could choose to do 5 times 7, or you could choose to do 8 times 6. It's up to you, and we're so excited to see what you turn in. Have a great Monday.